Mr. Kirby, thousands of Palestinian civilians have fallen so far, including 160 of my own relatives. And I'm just wondering, how many Palestinian civilians need to be killed before the United States call for a ceasefire?
First of all, my condolences to you and your family. Are you in touch with some that are
as much as I can?
Not as much as you'd like to be, yeah. But I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that. And so I can see this is obviously personal for you. I can tell you it's personal for the president, too. We don't want to see any more civilian casualties. So in terms of a ceasefire, our concern with that is that Hamas benefits to the tune of being able to refit, renew themselves, plan and execute additional attacks. And as I said yesterday, right now is not the time for a general ceasefire. It is, however, the time to consider pauses in the fighting long enough so that folks like your relatives and family members can get this incredibly needed humanitarian assistance and perhaps a way to get out if they want to get out. So we're supporting that, and we'll see what we can do. But again, my deepest condolences.
Well, another question, if I may.
Yeah, of course.
Now, you talked about creating a safe corridor where Gazans can leave if they want to. Does the United States guarantee their return, or is it going to be like 1948, where like ethnic cleansing and they're not allowed to return?
As I said in my opening statement, our policy is not to have some sort of permanent settlement outside of Gaza. For the people who call that home, we want them to be able to go back home and do so safely and effectively. We are not calling for their permanent refuge from the country.
During the weekend, Prime Minister Netanyahu referenced the Amalekite, which is a biblical reference talking about the genocide that happened in the biblical times between the Israelites and the Amalekites. Is that a concern for the U.S. administration?
I'm afraid I'm not qualified to speak much on biblical history here, but obviously I think we've been crystal clear, not only there but around the world, on our concerns about genocidal behavior by any leader. And that is not what we're seeing Israel desire to do. That they are going after Hamas terrorists, going after leadership that attacked their country on October 7th in a gross and barbaric fashion. They are not interested in genocidal activity to the people of Gaza. Now, again, we recognize there have been many thousands of casualties. Way too many. Should be zero. We understand that. But their war aim, as I said earlier, is not to target the innocent civilians of Gaza. Their war aim is to go after Hamas.